So this week's trio is a wood. I don't often talk about woods because it's not easy for me to pick them out. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to pretend. I'm still slowly learning what the different ones smell like, and this week it's cedar. Now cedar to me can smell like a freshly cut tree, or like a tree that's slightly been singed or burnt. It also has that kind of matchsticky edge to me, but it smells of, I suppose cedar to me smells of wood. I know that's like a cop out, but if I smell like wood, I'd just presume it was all cedar. Yeah, I'm being honest, I'm no wood expert. You know, who loves wood? I suppose we all do, don't we? So it's just a woody smell to me. I am slowly learning the different woods, etc. So anyway, we'll get into it. So for the indie is one from Mabel O'Rama, and it's called Lunar Dust. Now this fragrance is primarily kind of like a molecular iris, this kind of silver dustiness which comes from the iris, and then there's a nice muskiness there, and you can kind of see the wood surface, the moon's surface all dusty. Now what the cedar does, you can smell the cedar, it's that edge, to me personally anyway. It's that kind of, when you're smelling it, you get the kind of, it's really hard to describe. You know when you smell the difference between smooth and something having an edge, you get that kind of slight woody edge, and that's what the cedar does in it. And it can smell like a textured, not sharp, but a textured kind of wood thing there, and that I believe is coming from the cedar. And there is also that tiny bit of matchstick about it. It's not a matchstick fragrance, but there is that tiny bit of something, you know, familiar and edgy. This is proving to you that I'm not great at describing woods, but it just adds in there with all that, like I say, beautiful molecular iris, muskiness, kind of dusty feel. The edge is like flecks of wood dust, and that's the cedar. So there you go. So that's Lunar Dust from Mabel O'Rama. Next for niche is kind of a cedar, a very well known cedar fragrance. That's Straight to Heaven from Killian. Now this is primarily cedar and patchouli, and they both have that kind of earthiness mixing with the kind of grainy earthiness, mixing with the wood, the flaked wood, you know, like wood's been snapped, and it has that kind of smell and texture about it, and it's very woody, and them two coming together produce a very distinctive smell actually. Also in there is rum, but that's more in the kind of early days. You get the lingering of the rum through it, and there's probably some florals, etc, etc. But what you kind of mainly get is a woody, earthy, grainy, slightly boozy one, and it is as good as it sounds. It's really, really classy. It's really, well, for its time, to me anyway, it was unique. Now this is about the original, the Extreme, which I own. It's all smoothed off. There's more vanilla, more booze, and it's just smoothed off. It's like a more of a smooth woody feel, whereas this one is primarily grainy, and the patchouli is very strong. But anyway, off and on. That's Straight to Heaven from Killian. Finally is a designer, and that's Stash from Sarah Jessica Parker, and this is a very unexpected wood one. This is like a lot of woods all together in the whole kind of fragrance. There are other things apart from woods, but primarily it does have that kind of boozy edge in the beginning. I'm not sure where that's from, whether there is listed booze. There's a kind of greenness, there's a patchouli probably running through it, and there's this, I think there's sandalwood, because there's this smoothness, but in that smooth base which it kind of dries down to with probably cypriol is the cedar wood. And the cedar wood, like I say, stands out as this kind of textured, edgy wood. A little bit of the kind of slightly burnt, like it's just been chainsawed through, and you get that kind of woodiness, like a wood workshop, etc. And it just all blends into the other woods. It gives you this really quite unique, because it's a celebrity fragrance, isn't it? There's nothing quite like this in the celebrity world, and I believe it was marketed to women, which again just shows the nonsense of gendering fragrances. It's very interesting. There's a reason why we all talk about it. It's not a masterpiece, not the greatest fragrance ever made, but when you could buy this for £10 or £15 and you consider some of the guff that's out there, for that price, it's really good and really unique in that kind of world. So yeah, that's Stash from Sarah Jessica Parker. So yeah, before I collapse on the floor because I'm very unfit, yeah, this is just cedar wood. Like I say, I can't particularly always pick woods out the best, but to me it's that freshly sliced wood or matchstick. It's what wood smells like to me now. Obviously that's not all wood, I know this, I need to learn the different kind of nuances. There are some that smell like that but are sweeter, they're not cedar. And I also use cedar oil in my beard, so it is something that I've used to being very close to me and smelling. Like I say, that slight burnt kind of, it's just lovely. I've cedar incense as well. I do like the smell of it, but it's taken me time to kind of get used to how to express that. Because the worst thing is if I just made these videos reading off Fragrantica what something smells like, you can't really describe it, can you? So yeah, didn't describe it well, but that's cedar. What's your favourite cedar fragrances? Do you have a favourite wood? Do you struggle with wood? Does it all just basically smell like wood to you? Alright folks, thanks, bye.